this lighter here has the capability of being a very dangerous weapon. If I were to take this lighter to the side of a house and burn it down, it could cause a lot of damage, obviously. There would be no issue of the lighter being at fault for what happened. It would be on me. I would go to jail for being an arson. That's understandable, and that's what should happen. But on the other hand, there is an issue in our country today about gun control. People are blaming guns as the result of all the violence that people, the whopping numbers of murders via gun and violent crimes via gun that people are committing, but don't look into the finer print. Finer print. Things like 78% of violent gun crimes and murders being from unregistered gun users who have no permit to carry and illegally bought their guns. Now, when I say illegally bought their guns, that could mean friend steals a gun and they buy from friend. Or that could also mean black market, which is another very big issue that is actually overlooked a lot. Only 6% of violent gun crimes and, not even crimes, murders or deaths by gun come from police. I believe 10% come from accidents, and now get this, 1% of violent crimes and deaths via gun come from gun users who have registered guns and permits to carry. Now, that to me just doesn't add up as to why guns would be the issue. You see, the issue is that there are no policies preventing people from buying on the black market. And I don't want to say policies because there are laws. The black market is illegal, but there is no stand against the black market, and there's been wild and crazy movements towards revoking the Second Amendment that gives people, law-abiding citizens, protection against people who just don't care about the laws. Gun control is absurd to me because I am a gun owner. I love to hunt. I love to shoot for sport, and I would never think of hurting anybody with a gun unless it's for my own protection, whether it's a life or death situation. Now, there are things we can do to combat this, what I like to call radical movement. I believe that further steps for safety for guns can be taken for people who legally buy guns. Even though people who legally buy guns aren't typically the problem, just to kind of clear that up and make it very clear that law-abiding citizens aren't the problem when it comes to guns, and that guns aren't the problem in general. I believe that safety steps can be taken just to kind of prove that that's not the problem. Secondly, I believe that gun laws should become a little more harsh when it comes to penalties. People who commit violent crimes and murders with guns, especially those that are unregistered and don't have a permit to carry, who shouldn't be having guns on them. I do believe that the punishments should be a little more firm and strict, and I do believe that that would, clean up some of the black market illegal trade and some of the drug trade as well. Now, I can visualize a country that has pride in their Second Amendment, where a lot of law-abiding citizens are carrying guns, firearms, weapons, whatever you want to call them, but are doing it safely and doing it the right way. Now, the only way this can happen is if we take a stand and do not let anybody take our rights from us. Now, I know that that's a radical idea, that they're going to come and take our guns away from us and declare martial law, but it's not really all that far-fetched. If guns are to blame, then guns are going to be the thing to go. We have to make it clear to our local government, even our state government, that we're not going to stand for this and that we're going to take action. I just want to say thank you for tuning in and have a great night.